What's up, everybody? Damon here, and in today's gaming news, the disaster of Fallout 76 was the result of Bethesda's hubris, the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection is off to a less than solid start, and the Spider-Man suits you'll use to show off your style in Marvel's Spider-Man 2. This is your Daily Fix. Presented by Marvel's Spider-Man 2, available now exclusively on PlayStation 5 consoles. Rated T for teen. Bethesda's former design director has said the developer thought it was infallible ahead of Fallout 76's disastrous launch. Bruce Nesmith, who was a quest designer on Fallout 76 and Fallouts 3 and 4, as well as lead designer on The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim and senior designer on Starfield before leaving Bethesda in 2021, told MinMax the studio's own hubris caught up with it. The developer had been on a hot streak, releasing The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion, followed by Fallout 3, Skyrim, and Fallout 4, but Fallout 76 arrived in 2018 as the studio's first foray into multiplayer and launched to scathing reviews. The rich wasteland map of Fallout 76 is wasted on a mess of bugs, conflicting ideas, and monotony, IGN said at the time. Fallout 76 was one that I definitely struggled to warm up to, Nesmith said. I think the company's aim was not as focused as it probably should have been, and you can see the results of that in the way it entered into the marketplace. To a certain extent, our own hubris caught up with us. We had had so many, not just successes, but literal Game of the Years, industry-wide accepted Game of the Years, not just in our own heads or in these two little magazines over there, but everybody is saying this is the Game of the Year. We started to talk ourselves into the fact we were infallible. There was nothing we couldn't do, and clearly, that's wrong. Nesmith said it was the players asking for a multiplayer game that led Bethesda director and executive producer Todd Howard and the team to create Fallout 76 over any influence from executives. Having not developed a multiplayer game before, Nesmith said the team didn't realize how different the process would be. He said, "It was like, it's going to be the same Fallout, all we have to do is add multiplayer." And with those words, we started down a path that was not as successful as we had before, because it's not just adding multiplayer. Turns out it was adding so much more. Fallout 76 has undergone somewhat of a resurgence since then, however, as Bethesda continued to support the game with regular updates and expansions. As for the next single-player Fallout game, fans will be waiting a while. Howard has confirmed Fallout 5 won't arrive until after The Elder Scrolls 6, which isn't due until 2028 at the earliest. That development timeline would place Fallout 5 as launching in the early to mid-2030s. Moving on, now that Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 is out, players are learning more about what is and isn't on the physical versions. And in the case of the Nintendo Switch, fans have realized not all the games are on the cartridge. According to Redditor Scars1023, the Nintendo Switch cart includes the following games only: Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, both for the MSX, and Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge, both for the NES. So just the 8-bit games, which probably takes up a couple hundred kilobytes on the cartridge. That means the Metal Gear Solids 1, 2, and 3 must be downloaded. The back of the Nintendo Switch box confirms the game requires a download of at least 32 gigs and a micro SD card is required. In a note sent to IGN, Konami said, "The cartridge or digital install size for the Nintendo Switch is reflective of the included bonus content. Players can choose which title they wish to install first once they have downloaded it onto their gaming platforms." As you'd expect, some Nintendo Switch owners have criticized Konami for the decision. Some pointed out that CD Projekt managed to put the entirety of The Witcher 3, along with its expansions and DLC, on its Switch cartridge. This week, IGN reported on a number of issues with the collection that Konami said it would address in post-launch updates. The most worrying affects Metal Gear Solid 2, which Konami warned may significantly slow down in certain cutscenes. A patch to reduce processing load is planned. PC players should know Metal Gear Solid 1 requires a controller in order to play. Playing with a keyboard and mouse isn't supported. The collection has also faced criticism for locking Metal Gear Solid 1 to 30 frames per second. Metal Gear Solid 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3 are also apparently locked to a 720p internal resolution, despite the fact Konami advertises both games as outputting at 1080p. Looking to the future, there is the full remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 on the way, and there's a reimagining of the original Contra coming from WayForward. It's coming soon. And finally today, ready to save Marvel's New York? Well, here's IGN's Alan Wheeler to tell you all about how you can jump into the action faster with Marvel's Spider-Man 2 Digital Deluxe Edition, presented by Marvel's Spider-Man 2.
With the Deluxe Edition of Marvel Spider-Man 2, you'll unlock the Web Grabber gadget, 3 skill points, and 5 unique suits for Miles and Peter, like the Tokusatsu suit, the high-tech encoded suit, or my personal favorite, the Red Spectre suit. On Peter's side, you can throw on the sleek tactical suit, the mythological stone monkey suit, and the futuristic 25th century suit. This one even has a see-through helmet. No matter which Spider-Man you choose, you can add even more style and flair to your crime-fighting adventures with the Digital Deluxe Edition of Marvel's Spider-Man 2. You can also swing through the city in style with this limited edition Marvel Spider-Man 2 controller that brings you closer to the action with haptic feedback and a slick symbiote-inspired design. Marvel Spider-Man 2 is available now exclusively on PlayStation 5 consoles, rated T for teen.
And that is your Daily Fix for Tuesday, October 24th. Now that you're caught up on the news, check out this video on how Psycho Mantis works in the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection. I'm Damon Hadfield, and for all your gaming news, stay tuned to IGN.